in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Carr. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run on first, and it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Browns drive about to get started. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Carr, quick throw. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Again, it's Carr. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Touchdown, Browns! Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in Week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. Don't win the game. I think he had to run that one before he run until he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mills. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Jones on the return. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 39, Carr. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mills. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. On play action, now Carr. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
734.
From midfield, here's Carr. He's got this to Pickens. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. He got 29 yards that time. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Jets have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 24, Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Mills. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lewis Seed, and the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year as you...
He's got him in, complete. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And
that
will
do it for this first half.
Damn.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. From the end zone, this is Mickens. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Flush to his right. He gets this one to Boyd. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Cook. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. To throw, Mills. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quintez Cephas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pick up there for a first down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Carr. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd and very short, Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
He's got a man, complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Cook following the penalty. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed
from 43. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
To throw again on second down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
I couldn't get to it.
In your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Oh, the return is Mickens. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 31, Mills. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's a high motor that made George Karlaftis a day-1 draft pick. This continuous effort to get there for the sack. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
3rd and long for Mills. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Fighting through pressure. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Mills back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Cook. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Carr. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15.
Okay.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
694.
Carr to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second.
Gets through, and now an opening. The 40, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cook. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.